me and Mo would always sleep in the same bed because Paul only had like 2 beds for us to sleep in.
He had 1 bed.
And, well, Paul's little brother had a bed. He was
Oh,
using it at the time.
right.
And me and Mo were laying in Paul's little brother's bed, just in our underwear, like right next to each other, side by side. And we were talking about like just random ass stuff. And I put on Tennessee whiskey, and we were laying there naked, like arms around each other, in the bed. And Tennessee whiskey was playing, and Mo goes, "This is my dad's favorite song." And then it was also like, it was like 86 degrees in the house because Paul's mom didn't have AC. So we were just sitting there sweating with a thin blanket on. I don't even think I had the blanket like all the way on me, just on my legs. And we fell asleep like right next to each other. There's one time I slept over there and I swear I had my pants on when I started sleeping. And then they're off when I woke up.
Something like that happened to me when I was younger and I was at a sleepover. It was just me and my little sister. And I remember like I was half asleep, half awake, but I freaked out when I fully woke up. So I was taking off my shorts for some reason. And I was like, man, it's so hot. I gotta get changed. I gotta get going. And then finally it dawned on me that I was sleeping. And I was like, oh shit! Oh, wait a minute. And then I pulled up my pants and my sister was like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know. And I zipped it up. I was like,
The bottom. I going back to us sleeping over at Paul's house. There was this one time where it was all 4 of us. It was me, Randy, Steve, and Paul. They all 3 of them got in Paul's bed, and me being me was all like, "Now I'm gonna sleep with you fuckers," and I decided to sleep on the floor next to the bed. Now the thing was, at this time there was AC, but Randy also liked having the window open, and it was winter. So I'm waking up at 3 in the morning, like shivering, just be like. And I was so cold, and I was all like, I tried to like pull the blanket, like I'm at the foot of the bed, and I tried to pull the blanket a little bit. I heard one of them try to pull it back up, and I was like, damn it. So I stopped pulling on the blanket, and I ended up just cuddling with some of Paul's socks. And he had socks under his bed. I put his socks on my hands. They were clean socks. You
remember when Paul set that firecracker off in the room?
Yeah, and he burnt the carpet.
Yeah. I got a video of that still.
Dude, oh god, I know it's somewhere, but I remember the time we set the grass on fire during the 4th of July. It was like, you just hear me with the camera going, fire, fire, fire. Trying to whisper it, but yell at the same time.
Oh, man. Welcome, everybody, to the Dank Tank.
Welcome to the Dank Tank, everybody.
Dank Tank! It is freaking 6 p.m. right now. Really early episode.
Really early episode. You know, it's not like it's a 10:59 right now.
It's not like it's 10:59 Middle Eastern time.
Did you show him your AI generated dating picture?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't
wow.
save it. But I can make one right now.
We can do stuff.
Really cool.
I've been playing around with AI generated stuff, you know, ever since that time.
It's about that time. While he's getting that ready, let me just go ahead and shout out to Keanu Reeves right now.
Yeah, shout out Keanu Reeves, guys.
Shout out to Keanu Reeves. We love you, man.
We love you. And, you know, like, it's just amazing that we've always just shouted out Keanu
You
Reeves.
shot our audio up so much doing that.
It's alright. Our audience is deaf anyway.
Because they're not there. But they will be. Eventually.
Is that the last episode, dude?
I actually have not.
He hadn't posted.
I have
it
not
yet.
posted. I have not posted last week's episode yet. I was on vacation, got 2nd-degree burns, and I just did not feel like editing because I couldn't even wear a fucking shirt, and everything burnt. And I had giant blisters. But hey, we all had fun.
But our SpongeBob episode's been doing great.
Oh yeah, that's definitely like one of my favorite episodes right now. My favorite episodes. I heard from a kind viewer that my King Neptune voice was actually really good. That's nice. That's good. We're right now looking at an AI generated version of our Dank Tank logo.
I like that a lot.
It looks cool.
Which actually, that reminds me that I actually am in the works of redoing our logo for Dank Tank. More of an updated version of it. Yeah, very good. I mean, the first one was just kind of slapped together, but so I feel like I want to take my time with this one. Really get it all sauce and juicy on this
Or
one.
just use the AI generated
No.
Not gonna lie, I really like the one that you drew.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite pictures. It meant so much because it was both of our microphones, like how they look,
Yeah.
and yeah, I really like that picture.
Well, I think I would still keep it. I would probably just update it, like just to make it look nicer.
Yeah.
Like still the exact same picture. I'll just make it look better.
It just keeps getting more realistic as time
More
goes on.
realistic.
After each episode.
He
Something
look-
else is added on. The viewers have to find it.
Little Easter egg hunts.
Little-
It's just real fish in there now, but the rest of it's drawn.
See a little fake Keanu Reeves in the back.
Look,
Oh, you need to do that. You need to add Keanu Reeves.
put like a little Keanu Reeves in the bottom of the fish tank.
yeah, like a little statue of him.
Oh, that'd be just a little John Wick
cool.
Or Neo with the glasses.
or Neo. Yeah.
We need yeah, that's cool. Tim, I love whenever things like this incorporate stuff that we've talked about.
Mhm.
It's always been like a favorite thing of mine.
Yeah.
Speaking
we
of
weren't talking about our feelings.
oh, no.
I love
Bruh.
Speaking of favorite things of mine,
favorite thing.
David,
Yeah.
what's something non-sexual that turns you on?
Oh damn. Man, you're gonna ask me this
It's
now.
like-
Oh, geez.
Shut up, you!
He's like,
We're ready!
It's like, I wasn't expecting that.
He's
I
like, I don't
wasn't
know.
expecting it. I haven't been thinking about it for the past hour.
Yeah, actually, that's kind of true. I have not been thinking about this. I'm the one who gave this idea, and I don't even. Okay, wait.
he's
Give me,
like, I don't know.
give me like
one
two.
glass of milk.
Give me. You know what? Wait. Off the top of my head, you know what? Actually, I did think about this. I love colored hair.
Like
I don't-
any color.
Primarily like darker colors. No, like
Oh.
not non-natural colors. Like I love dyed hair.
Yeah.
Like you give me like blue, purple, red, maybe even a green. Honestly, because I've seen some pretty hot chicks with green hair. I absolutely love colored hair, and it just turns me on. Turns me wild.
Buck wild.
Bow wow. But yeah, but that's me. I like colored hair. What do you like, Randy? What is one non-sexual thing that turns you on? Take your time.
That's okay. Take your time. I think whenever someone finds my humor to be like really funny,
Yeah, that's really cool.
I'm gonna fuck you, dude.
Oh no.
Was that non-sexual or?
No. It's just what turns you on is non-sexual. Everything else is sexual.
Yeah.
Special Dank Tank episode.
Special
2 hour. 2 hour fucking.
2 hours.
You know what really turns me on is a 2-hour episode of Dank Tank.
Man, we got like 4 of those, man.
Oh my god,
I'll-
when people subscribe. Oh.
Oh, when people-
Oh, when people subscribe,
Like it, share, guys.
like and share the video. Oh.
I'm like literally when I'm Twitch streaming and somebody watches me, I get such a hard on boner, man.
Who else has a hard-on boner?
My Uncle John.
He subscribed to my videos.
No, but yeah, like when someone finds my humor funny, like genuinely. Like,
Yeah, like Jamie. Yeah.
Like I don't mean like I'll make them 9/11 jokes and they'll be like, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, no, like when.
I mean like when
No, I'll laugh. I'll genuinely laugh at that.
like, when I made my joke earlier about my action figure and Rob started dying laughing, I was like,
It's hard as
I'm
fuck.
bored.
All right.
No, that's my thing.
All right,
He bit
Rob.
his lip.
I bit my lip.
What?
Man, this I'd like to apologize to our viewers who
For the
they
noise.
just hear my vape going off in the background.
Oh yeah, we have that every now and again. We just hear the like just really loud. Like it's probably the loudest.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not that loud in person.
Yes,
I literally
It's-
I don't know how it picks it up better than it picks up our voices.
Yeah.
That's what's
That's
yeah.
what
That's what's
freaks
weird.
Me out because I'm like it's not as loud as
I'll
us.
start going.
Not it. I always hear.
We're gonna hear it and it's gonna be so
Yeah.
loud.
No, look, like I can
always
s-
hear him vape in a different room. So
I
that's
can
that's
see
loud.
our audio levels like as we record, and that vape just shoots up or just spikes the audio.
This man was vaping during the Dungeons and Dragons movie, and that's all.
Quick, use your fireball.
All right, Rob. What is a non-sexual thing that turns you on?
Smite.
That's my battleground, the gun.
Yeah.
You don't try Raid Shadow Legends.
Honestly, the Taco Del Grande. I fucking love the nacho fries. Oh yeah, go ahead, Rob. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I gotta think about it, to be honest.
But it's a nice issue of good housekeeping.
You don't want to go, Claire?
But no, I do, but I don't know.
Do you want to go before Rob while he thinks about?
I'm horny already,
I
so
can-
I don't know where that came from.
You were playing Smite earlier, weren't you?
God damn it!
Damn.
It was Guitar Hero. It was the thought of Guitar Hero. Fuck.
Claire's like
The
when
thug Guitar Hero turns you on.
when someone can beat one on hard.
No, I just thought of mine. I just remembered when somebody is like, okay, when I love a game. Well, it used to be me, who could like, okay, sorry, hold on. I'm literally having a stroke. And it's turning me on. Turning me on.
I'm about to have a stroke myself if you don't mind.
Can I borrow the room real
Can I
quick?
borrow the room? Sponsored by Cock Pump. So
Oh god no. Anyway, when somebody is in my team playing with me and they're really fucking good at the game, like I don't have to like keep trying because I know we're gonna win.
That's the thing that turns you on.
Yeah, because like I love.
Hey, you don't gotta judge her like
I'm
that.
not judging, but I actually
At least
am
it's
just
not
like
hair color.
No, that is-
David, not just-
that is just fascinating. Where it's all like just
David's gonna start being amazing at video games.
But
now.
like they can't like okay. I'm not bashing on nerds, but they're not like super nerdy either. Like if I guess I'm mostly going for personality. Never mind. Personality is overrated.
oh, that's just boring.
I got one.
Yeah.
Competitive.
Competitive?
Yeah.
When someone's competitive.
Yeah.
You know that's fair. I like that. You know, sometimes the competitiveness just really just gets the gears going.
It doesn't,
Gears going. What the fuck?
it
is
doesn't
that?
turn me on when someone's competitive. It just makes me really want to beat them. Like that's
In a
maybe
sexual
it's
way.
because I'm competitive.
All right, Rob. Now you had time to think of. Oh wait, you literally just said it.
Yeah.
Cal.
I would say mine is probably like it's really cheesy, but I guess that honestly.
Cheese.
No,
Cheesy.
people, no, people that can be cheesy and they like fully embrace cheesiness and will like spiel about like their little special interest or whatever they're into, and they love to hear about mine as well. Like that's a really huge thing for me is like just being able to talk about like stupid things are you interested in. So that's probably
They call me queso because I'm cheesy as hell.
Get the
I do love to put
They
a
beat
second
me
slice
the
of
fuck
cheese on a grilled cheese.
David, I'm gonna get a little saucy today and put 2 slices of cheese on my grilled cheese.
It's true. Runs me wild.
Buck wild. Buffalo.
Shut up, Rob!
I'm sorry.
I'm tired of you with your giant outbursts.
I'm trying. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't let it happen again. This is a no sneeze zone.
Next week on the Dank,
This is
I'm
a
gonna get
non-safe
executed.
And this will be the first time we'll have video.
David, this is not a safe zone, okay? This is not a safe space.
This is not a safe space. Just so you know.
The dank tank. You know what, guys? If y'all want to leave us a comment about what's non-sexual that turns you on, we will judge you for it. We will.
This is a judge-full zone.
Judge fools.
We'll read them next week.
It's straight up a courthouse.
You know, I would love to do it.
It's giving judge.
I'm hoping one day we can do that. Have an episode where we start reading comments. We got like 2 comments that we can read right now.
I commented both of them.
I know.
I commented.
They're not gonna know.
Hang on. You know what? Let me go to our channel real quick. I can probably read both of them. Let's see. There they are.
They're gonna be like, this video sucks.
This video sucks. What episode is it? It was
2 hours of this.
episode 4.
4. Yeah.
Hang on. Let me go back.
I thought it was gonna get better, and it just got worse.
Yeah, I gotta go with. Hang on. Let me go. Episode 4. Here we go. Bruh. And first.
Yeah, I commented bruh, and then second I commented first.
Those are our very first 2 comments, ladies and gentlemen. We got bruh and first.
Well, loyal fan.
Loyal fan. He only commented on 1 episode. So
You'd
far.
think that he'd be a creator at this point with how many times he comments on every video.
You know what? Wow, I didn't realize. You know what? I hadn't checked our analytics on the last episode. I didn't realize we got even more views than last time. Last time I checked, we had 15 views on the SpongeBob episode.
Now
We're
we
up
have-
to 23.
Yay!
Yeah!
We actually had 44 people come across our channel.
From the recommended, yo!
Yeah, from recommended videos. Like Claire!
And
Yeah,
Claire didn't tell me.
Actually, like, I don't watch it on my YouTube or anything, but it popped up on my recommend, and I'm not subscribed with the guest one, so I thought that was cool.
Oh, okay.
You're like,
You're not subscribed.
you can unsubscribe to a channel, man. Actually, no, I'm not.
David.
I run this channel. I don't even be subscribed. You know what? I will subscribe.
You know what's hilarious about sharing this channel with David is we're both signed into it. So I see all the videos that David watches, and I'm like, "Hey, yo, what's going on here, man?"
Wait, what? The
Like
fuck?
the 3D model, like.
Wait, don't say that. I'm pretty sure I have not been watching YouTube on that channel, but now I'm scared to know what I've been. Okay, to be fair, because I do watch YouTube to go to sleep at, so I don't know what actually goes on like overnight.
Oh, I know what goes on. I watch so many YouTube porn videos that they get shot to David's side when he's watching them.
Fuck.
But that's why I had that wet dream last night.
I don't remember watching any porn on this channel. But you know what? Maybe I will just for the hell of it.
Y'all's channel is
All right.
has a porn account.
Dank Tank on Pornhub.
That's what's
we should start posting our episodes.
We're posting a Dank Tank on Pornhub.
We're fucking someone's ear.
We do an ASMR episode. It'd be like,
Two guys, fucking audience.
The whole thing is just
Featuring Randy Savage. Oh, you know what you should do?
what?
For our background logo, you have to have Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
You have to have a Mandalorian helmet in the fish tank with a pirate hat on.
With a pirate hat.
Yeah. And then
A helmet that wears a hat.
Yeah.
Wow.
and then you have to have like a little whale
Whale.
placed into the fish tank.
Yeah.
It says Arnold with an arrow pointing into it. That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll remember that.
It's recorded.
Hopefully I watch this episode.
I don't watch this shit.
He's like, I don't post them anymore.
Just slap together and throw them.
Yeah, actually, the thing is, our episodes have been, like, at one point, I was actually editing these episodes together a lot more, like, what's it called?
Professional.
No, not professionally, but I was definitely just more in it. I really got more thorough with the editing. Like, to where, like, every time we had a pause in the episode, and all you hear is just,
Where we're not doing anything.
yeah, we're not doing things.
For some
I would either shorten it, like cut the audio out, or I would just silence it so that way it was just complete silence. I don't do that anymore.
That's fine.
I literally I just get the audio, I put it into the editing program, I put the intro on there, I put possibly an outro on there, and then just put our logo as the video, and then it's just like bada bing bada boom. That's a video right there. Put it on YouTube.
That turns me on, David. When you edit our videos.
Oh yeah, when I put that thing at 420 XP.
I edited it so hard.
What you doing after this?
That's
Sit
right.
right
What did you do after this?
What?
Hey, you think after the episode you
Think you can edit? It means the world to me.
you can make it a long way in this podcast. If you're just a bit more of a team player.
I'm telling you that. Like, you could be on the podcast.
If you were just a bit more of a team player. I don't think I want to go.
Yeah.
Be nice.
I'll let you do the voice next time.
Oh, your voice in the...
I mean, what? We have actual celebrities that come on.
Yeah, we have actual celebrities. We don't remember that episode where we had Arnold Schwarzenegger?
What'd you say?
Remember that episode when we had Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh, okay. I thought you called him a black midget for a second, man.
Arnold Black Midget? Do you guys remember that episode we had Arnold Black Midget?
I think I missed him.
I think I'm gonna
Yeah,
walk
that.
right past him.
You walked right past me. I didn't even see him.
It was dark in the hallway.
Speaking of, wait.
I'll show you what it's been up.
Wait. We're gonna get demonetized immediately.
Oh,
That was funny.
We're not even monetized. Well, not anymore. Dumb bitch.
We lost it because you're one joke.
You're one joke. Speaking of black midgets,
That's one non-sexual banter.
there's this guy that I work with, and
Wait, one second. Claire, are you gonna share that brownie?
no.
You gonna share with the class?
No.
Oh.
Get him?
Get him!
Kill him.
Get him!
No.
Claire's eating a brownie. He's not sharing with me. Selfish.
Claire's eating the brownie. She's not gonna share it with me.
Teacher.
I'm a teacher.
Oh yeah.
Teacher.
Can I go around you? Your heart's like.
Dude, my heartbeat actually sometimes would get like super fast when I ask the teacher.
This just in. Clarissa shared her brand.
She shared the brownie. I'm very grateful. Oh.
Oh yeah, but speaking of black midgets,
Oh.
no, I have a coworker, and he's a very short black guy. He's from Haiti. He's really cool, and I asked him how he's doing because he was kind of struggling outside. It's been really hot this week. And I was like, hey, how's it going? He's like, man, I'm about to quit, man. He's like, I'm gonna go find another job. I was like, well, what do you want to do? He goes, I might go back to being in the porn industry. Whoa, what? And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I didn't make a lot of money, but black midget porn's getting back in there, you know? He's like, I'm sure I have an audience now. This dude's like 48, but he looks like he's 26.
Damn.
Black don't crack.
You ever eat too much chocolate and you just.
I know, it just turns me on.
Shut up.
Yeah. Is that the end of that segment?
I guess so.
That's great, Craig.
That's cray.
That's cray cray and the hey hey.
No, man, that's just fucking ridiculous.
I think it was fucking retarded. I was like,
Yeah, you know, like when I was a kid.
when I was a kid.
That's called a bird scooter, by the way.
Birds.
When you say something that's gonna lead you into your next subject, it's not a segue. It's a bird scooter.
Birds.
Yeah. Oh, today, after our non-sexual sexual activities, we're gonna talk about our childhood. Woo!
Because nothing's a turn on like childhood.
Oh my gosh.
Remember that time when I was a kid playing baseball with my dad? Bet it really turns you on.
I never played baseball with my dad. I played football.
I played baseball with my dad.
Yeah.
I wasn't good at it, but I played baseball with my dad.
You think you'd be good at it now?
Baseball?
Yeah.
Maybe. You know, I mean, I remember being pretty good at baseball, but I remember like my hands didn't allow me to do it. Like it hurt my hands a lot to like hit the ball.
Would you rather give up cheese or blowjobs? Oh, blowjobs all day. Yeah, they hurt my jaw. Wait, like hitting the baseball?
Yeah, like when the baseball hit the bat, it would hurt my hands. So I remember like I would have giant bruises on my hands for some reason. And I was like, am I holding the bat wrong, or maybe it's because I have tiny hands.
You got soft hands, brother. Soft hands.
Those aren't working, man.
Those aren't working. If your hands don't look like this, you're not working hard enough. I remember when I lived up north side of our current location,
Yeah.
Antarctica.
Yeah.
I remember when I lived over that way that I would play baseball with my neighbor, but we didn't have gloves, and so we would stand in the street and just pitch and catch them barehanded.
Damn.
Pa! And we would throw hard too, like fastballs all day. And I remember I'd come inside and my hands would be like dark red with callus all over them. And Mom was like, "Hey, did you have fun?" And I was like, "Yeah, my hands are killing me though." But I mean, that was a fun time.
You know, this isn't like a childhood memory right here, but this is like more recent. So you could say this was very childlike, but not. You know, where me and my brother played hand hockey.
Hand hockey.
Hand hockey.
What's hand hockey?
It's basically where we held each other's hands and we just smacked the shit out of the other person's hand. And we played that game for over an hour. Because normally my brother beats me at anything we play. And I was all like, I am determined to win. And the thing was, I was like, if I could tolerate it long enough, eventually he'll give up. And it turns out the reason why the game lasted so long was because our determination kept us from stopping, that eventually our hands went numb to our smacking our hands. And so my left hand at the end of the game was completely swollen, and all my fingers on my right hand were swollen. So I had one fat ass hand, and then I had 5 fat ass fingers. And so I started to go to school the next day. And I'm like trying to write my paper, and I couldn't hold the pencil. Like I was holding the pencil like I was Spider-Man, just like shooting his web, but because I could only do these fingers. I was just like,
Spider-Man.
and then like even the professor kind of thought I was looking kind of funny. He was all like, "Dave, are you okay there?" And I was all,
He's like, David, put your helmet on.
no, I was all like, "No, it's fine," and just writing stuff. I was all like, I don't feel like trying to explain to him how my hands are swollen. Cause I was all like, damn, this was really fucking dumb. So I just kind of lived with it. Even when people asked me, I was just like, oh, I got bit by a dog.
Like, oh yeah, Chihuahua attacked me last night.
Chihuahua attacked me. It was horrible.
She was vicious.
Claire, did you play any sports growing up? What sports?
No, I'm just kidding. In elementary, I was in cheerleading and volleyball, but I quit volleyball because the fucking teacher was she was not a volleyball coach. She was one of the moms. She thought she knew volleyball, and I hated her. She was so mean for no reason, and she didn't really know how to do anything. So I was like, damn, your mom sucks, dude. And I quit.
What's a fun
Middle
child?
school, I was in kickboxing and flag football. I played a lot with my brothers and a group of kids that we used to hang out with. And then in high school, I was in cross. No, wait, it wasn't cross country. It was track. It was track, but I did shot put and discus, and I loved discus. But like I said, the teachers, the coaches, they sucked.
They sucked.
Yeah, I didn't learn a lot, and I had to research a lot of shit because I wanted to know, where these games came from and stuff. I wanted to be educated with it, and the only thing that I got out of it was weightlifting, and I love that shit. It was great.
Rob, you got any fun childhood memories?
We're talking about sports or childhood memories?
I don't. We can't just
Either
wait on
one.
sports.
Yeah,
Al?
I think it's
Childhood memories. You got childhood
Sports.
fun childhood memories. It doesn't have to be sports. We just kind of.
What? Okay, so then what? Do I go again?
Yes, we'll come back to you.
Good, because I don't have any.
Yeah.
Next person.
I'm already an adult.
When I was born, I was 65. I had a 401k.
I can go ahead and just do both.
All right, do both. Yeah, do both. Go for a sport and a just random memory.
So, as a child,
Please speak louder.
as a child, I was like really, really privileged.
Aren't we all?
Anyway,
David.
I had like a lot of people in my family that had a decent amount of money, so we did a lot of cool stuff. Not sitting here to brag, but y'all asked me, so anyway. What's it called? I've been snowboarding, which was really fun.
Damn, I've always wanted to go snowboarding.
Yeah, that was awesome, and like seeing that much snow, even it's just super cool. And then I've been to amusement parks a lot, like Six Flags and Disney and stuff. What's it called? I think my favorite thing though is Vegas. I used to go as a child.
What?
Yeah. Like as a kid, we would go to Vegas all the time because it was like 3 hours away.
Damn.
And my grandma would always take us to like shows, like magic shows and stuff.
I love magic.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Yeah. But anyways, the rest of my childhood was horrible. But anyways,
How about a sport?
for sports though, oh my god, they tried so hard to get me in sports. Like I swear, I was in cheerleading too, and then she tried to get me to do tennis. I hated that. It didn't last long. And then when I was really small, they had me in t-ball because my sister and my mom both did softball. But it was so bad. I couldn't do it. And I had one horrible moment where I was on third base, or I ran to third base.
I like that. Third
And-
base.
Yeah, third base. Anyway. And I swear on everything, my foot was touching the base. It just wasn't on top of it. Like my toe was touching it. But because my foot wasn't on the base, they were all screaming at me like, "Put your foot on the base." I'm like, "What? I'm touching you. Like, what do you mean?" And then I touched it with my hand because they were all screaming at me, and I was panicking because I was a child. And everyone, the whole like crowd, just burst into laughter. And I stopped after that. I was like, "I'm not doing this anymore." Like I was mortified. Yes, I hated sports too.
That's cool. That's cool. Rob, let's go to you.
I guess one of the childhood memories that comes up in my head is my grandfather picking me and my brother up early in the morning, and we drive all the way to Houston to go watch the Astros and the Cubs play at Minute Maid Stadium. He was a big Cubs fan. He loved Chicago. It's not here anymore. But that we did that twice. I tried to bring a can of Lay's in. The staff made me throw it away.
Aw.
It's been cool to be in Minute Maid Park.
That's cool. That's cool.
And then another one is my parents took me and my little brother to go see Green Day when I was in 4th grade.
Oh man, I like that band. That sounds awesome.
It was pretty cool. That was like my first concert. And then I never did a concert for like 15 years. A couple of years ago, I went to Post Malone.
Oh, that's cool. I saw Panic at the Disco. It was pretty cool. They had a really good show. It was, I didn't know all their songs though, which kind of sucks because I'm a bigger fan of them now. But at the time, I only knew like "I Write Sins Not Tragedies" and "This Is Gospel," and I don't think he even played that song. I was so upset. I was like, "Yo, I didn't even hear one of my favorite songs." Like, but other than that, that's the only concert I've ever been to, or at least of a band that's worth talking about.
Yeah.
What's it called? T-Pain. When I was really young, it was the same thing. Like I didn't know him that well, and I was pretty young. Like I did know him, and I liked his music, and it was just really cool to see him. But I didn't. I was too young.
I'm gonna go as T-Pain for Halloween one.
So Rob, was that also your sport one? Or was that just a good memory?
That was just good memory. Sports.
Never played sport.
No, I played basketball a lot in like elementary, middle school, high school.
Were you good at it?
Yeah, it was pretty decent. Didn't play for the team. I just played during gym. It was fun. I played football and golf.
I was terrible at golf when I was a kid.
I was terrible up until senior year. That's when I started getting good at it.
And now we go to the range. And
I want to go back.
Rob's freaking destroying it at Top Golf for real.
Fair. Back to you. What was that memory you want to tell us about?
Even the one I didn't get to do.
Yeah, we're ready to get to it now.
It's one that replays every so often in my life. It happened when I was very, 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 very young. I went to the store with my grandma. It was my first time going with her to get groceries, and it all happened because I was like, "Do you need help with anything?" And she was like, "Yeah, you want to go with me to the store? We can go get stuff." I was like, and then I went along with her, and when we were there, she would steal grapes and like bring them to me. And they had this little shelf with a little glass pane in it, so you could open it up and get dried fruit. And I didn't know what this stuff was because I was really young and I'd never experienced like what it looked like or anything. And it looked like crystals to me as a kid. And she would like take pieces off and she was like, "Here, hurry up, eat it." And I was like, "Okay." And so I would eat it, and it tasted so good. It was just sugar and fruit, and like it was just dry. It was also moist. It was crazy. So that was like the best experience I ever had as a kid. And then, we went home and everything, and she was like, "Don't tell anybody," and da-da-da, and I ended up telling my mom, and because like it was it made me really happy because like I'd never tried that stuff, and my mom was like, "What?" And I was like, "Please don't tell grandma that that I told you." And she ended up telling her when I was a little older, and she was like, "I can't believe you stole food." And my grandma was like, "Whatever." Okay.
The past is the past. I'm gonna go to the store now.
All right, and then for me, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and actually say my two different memories. Sports. For me, it's a bad memory, but I just remember it was kind of fun because it was bad for my brother. I used to play soccer when I was a kid. I remember being actually pretty bad at it. I was good, and then I was really bad because I was like got so easily confused that I would like a lot of times would shoot the ball into the other person's goal. Not the other person's goal, into our goal. So I was scoring for the other team because I would get so easily mixed up. But actually, the most, I guess, like the best memory, but was not really the best, but I mean, it's most eventful, was when one player broke my shin. Kicked me, like, I was just me and this giant ass kid. He was just really tall, I guess. But, like, I remember he just kicked me right in the shin and he broke it. He broke my right shin, and I can still feel a dent in my shin because they didn't exactly like pull everything back together. I don't think they could. I think it's just like he literally like shattered a little chunk of my shin. So I mean, it healed, but not all the way. So I have like tiny little shards of bone in my leg. But the reason why I thought it was fun was because my brother also played soccer. So at the end of all of his games, his coach gave him all snacks and everything, and I was just that little brother. I was all like, "Can I have snacks too?" So it's just my mom gets so pissed with that all the time. I was all like, "Okay, I got snacks." I didn't work these things. I watched my brother play. But yeah, so that was me in soccer, and then just a fun. I think one of my funnest memories as a kid in general was when my dad got me this thing. I think it was called like a knee board. You know what I'm talking about? It's kind of like it's a board that's like almost shaped almost like a triangle, where it's like you got handlebars at the front, and then you kneeled on it. So like you'd actually be like on all fours.
Thank you for the demonstration, Dave.
Yeah.
Audio listeners take back to it.
I know they just hear me getting off the chair, just little. But
You fell to the floor now.
But yeah, no, I remember that was really fun, and because that was the one thing, especially when I started going into my teenage years, that kept me going outside. And when I would go outside, my dad would come with me. So it was like he'd watch me, and then we'd hang out, be like riding the board, and then we'd be driving race cars and whatnot. Like, it was really cool. I had a car before I could even drive.
When are you gonna learn how to drive, Dave?
When I'm good and ready.
I remember growing up.
That wasn't done.
Yes, you are.
Okay, I was.
There was this grocery store growing up in Lubbock, and I don't know if you've ever seen this, but some stores will have a flower room,
Yeah.
and it's like 50 degrees in there, and they'll like blast mist of water on the flowers and everything. It's supposed to help preserve them.
Yeah.
Well, it gets really hot in Lubbock, like, because it's just desert practically. And I remember we would go into the store and we would go straight into the flower room and just sit in there. And it had this like certain smell.
Smelly smell.
Yeah, a smelly smell that smelled smelly,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it smelled like flowers, but there was no flowers that I could ever find that smelled like that. And last year for Mother's Day, my dad bought my mom a thing of roses, and those roses smelled just like that room. And my mom was like, when I went to go visit them, my mom was like, "Hey, smell those flowers and tell me the first thing that you think of." And I smelled them, and I was like, "Oh my God, that smells like a United grocery store flower room. And all my family was like, right, it smells just like that, huh? So that was a cool thing. Also, I had an experience with soccer. I had two experiences with soccer that were bad. When I was in elementary, we were playing soccer outside during recess, and I remember that there's this one little kid with glasses. He was a goalie, and they kicked the ball super hard, and it hit him straight in the face, and he fell down on the ground, and he was out for like 2 minutes maybe. And when he sat up, his glasses had broke, and there was blood running all down his face. And I was like, oh my God, he's dead! He's dead! And the teacher was like, what happened? And he was like, I was playing, and the ball hit me in the face, and the coach broke my glasses, and now I'm all bloody. And I was like, hey man, we'll start planning for your funeral, man. Another time, when we were at Roosevelt, I was playing soccer with the Mexican kids during lunch.
Oh.
And you know those metal beams next to the cafeteria?
Oh, yeah.
We're right next to them, and I was trying to get past this one dude, and I went to go kick the ball, and when I did, I slammed my foot into one of those metal beams.
Damn.
And when I took my shoe off, my big toe was black. Like it was dark.
Damn.
And
That's bad.
And it hurt. I could not walk at all. And I remember going home and taking a picture of it and being like, I'm going to lose my toe, guys. And I posted it on Instagram a long time ago.
Gonna lose my toe.
Gonna lose my toe, guys.
Yeah, sir, let you guys know I'm gonna lose that toe.
Some things, can I say?
You remember things?
I do remember things.
Oh, well, go ahead and remember.
Okay. Well, I've done remembered already, so. No, but anyway, so like I also played karate as a kid.
You played karate?
In karate.
Played karate.
Whatever. Karate. That it was fun. I really loved it, but I wasn't in it for very long because my dad couldn't afford much. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, at my dad's house. What's it called? It was actually my girl's house. Anyway, she has this mountain in her backyard. Not in her backyard, but right behind her house. Like a literal mountain. Like it's huge. And so there's this path like right next to her house to get up there. And me and my cousins would always go up there just unsupervised. And they're like similar age to me, so it was just really fun. And we just go up there and like always build secret hideouts with like big branches and stuff and just mess around. And then in general, as a kid, I would always like catch lizards and stuff. 'Cause I was obsessed with like reptiles.
Oh,
So I'd just catch lizards and like chase people that didn't like them with
You like lizards? No? Oh, great.
Do I have news for you?
I had a phase like that, except I did it with frogs.
I was gonna say, I did something similar in middle school with frogs. Like, all the kids were like, ew, that's nasty.
Yeah!
But they called me the frog queen because I picked them all up and in my arms like a baby. I was like a badass. I was like, these are my babies.
I did like one or two at a time where I just happened to pull my hand. The power of the frog in the palm of my hand.
At my grandma's house, my cousin she used to stay there for a little bit, and there were a bunch of cats in the neighborhood, kind of like there are here, and she would take all the clothes that she wouldn't use anymore, and she cut out little clothes for all the cats, and so like you'd go there and bless you, Rob.
I told you, this is a snake-free zone. Whoa, check it outside.
All the cats had little sweaters, and so you'd just be walking, and there'd be like a cat with some Gucci on, and you're like, whoa, what's going on there?
Those cats ball.
Those cats balling.
I would love to see an entire neighborhood where there's straight cats with sweaters on. That'd be cute. That'd be cool.
Little hoodies and dresses.
Well, like,
Yes. He's got socks on.
You say what's up, to throw up the fucking gang sign.
Hey man.
What's What's up, cat? No.
Bitch. Man, say.
Yeah, Shay.
Yeah, it's a great time.
All right, that was a good segment. I love childhood memories. Memories.
Memories.
Memories.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Remember?
Memory. Memories. Memory.
Memory gland.
Memory gland.
Big old lemon jam.
There's this new anime plot, and this chick's got huge boobs. I mean, huge zonkers, big badonkers, total all of my uncaloos.
What happens next?
Then there's another chick. She comes in, and she's got huge badonkers, huh? Absolute hollow manga songas.
Hunga jagong, bagongas.
Speaking of words that are really long and that suck, I hate Mary Poppins so much. I just want to say that. And Kevin Bacon. I can't stand Kevin Bacon.
The infamous Kevin Bacon.
I can't.
I have famous large turds.
It's Drax from
Guardians of the
Galaxy.
Galaxy.
Oh,
Kevin Bacon was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
yeah.
When?
The Christmas.
The Christmas special.
Oh.
Where literally they try to get Peter Quill, they try to get him a Christmas present, and they're all like, the best present he can have is Kevin Bacon.
That's so weird.
So they kidnap Kevin Bacon from Earth and bring it to him.
Oh.
That scared me. I leaned back a little too far. Like, I was all like, I'm gonna lean back a little bit. No.
That's what a movie we should do for movie review.
Movie review. Yeah, see, I knew this was gonna fucking happen. I knew as soon as we're gonna be like, movie review, no one was gonna be on point, and it was just gonna be one of us doing it, and the rest of the fuckers would just be delayed, and be like, movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Great movie.
Oh man, it was a phenomenal movie, a phenomenal experience.
I think that it was the saddest Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think it was one of also the most graphic MCU movies they put out, and I respect it for that.
Graphic in a different way, because Deadpool's pretty graphic.
Deadpool's pretty graphic, but yeah, like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was graphic in a more
Traumatizing.
more traumatizing, shocking. It had a shock value to it.
Like, you know how they say, like,
Wait, hang on. Just to let the audience know, spoiler warning in case none of you have seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Please skip to whatever time thing I may or may not put.
He's not going to put one.
So just skim through and just
Out for a month.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it yet, you are a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Alright.
Huge.
Go ahead, Clay.
Anyway.
Cal.
What was it? Oh, you know how they say, like, oh, I was on the edge of my seat? It was like that, but, like, emotionally. Like, that shit was, like, I don't know, like, emotionally, like, scary, like,
Oh my god, yes.
rough.
That movie was hard for me to watch, honestly. A little bit. Like, I was absolutely into the story. I loved what it was doing. But there's some moments where I was all like, I wanted to look away from the screen a little bit because I was all like, I don't want to see anymore. Like, it's too much. But at the same time, I was really into it. So I was like, I'm just going to tough it out,
If you haven't seen the movie, Rocket dies.
No.
No, he did. Well, he did for a split second.
Rocket dies. Gamora dies.
She already died.
Yeah.
But she's back. She's a total bitch.
Yeah, I can't. I didn't like. I mean, I understand why Gamora is the way she is, but she wasn't that mean in her when they first introduced her in Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Oh, yeah, but technically this Gamora was before that.
Barely. It wasn't that far.
The only reason she wasn't that mean, though, was because she ended up realizing that what's it called? what's it called? The little stone. The Infinity Stone was like too dangerous that she had to be good for once to protect people from that. That was the only reason she wasn't bad. Because she decided that that was dangerous and she needed to keep that. Like that's where she drew the line, and she turned to start being good. That's the only reason.
Yeah, but then in the second movie, she was just so nice. Like, way, way, way too nice.
Oh yeah, I mean
Like,
everything they went through together and stuff.
yeah, I just think that she's so negative in the third movie. You know?
In the third, well, no, in the third movie,
movie, it's her past self.
it's her past self, and then it's also like, it's like clearly Quill just keeps trying to get her to remember something that she hasn't experienced yet. And it's like, well, yeah, you're going to be kind of mean when it's like you have to keep explaining this to the same person over and over and over again.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I thought that she was just a little too mean. You know? Because in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, she was a little tough. I mean, she was pretty tough. But her whole thing was getting rid of Thanos was her main goal. Like, she was working for him, and she was his daughter. But she didn't like him at all. You know? So,
Yeah.
when she got arrested and was put into jail with all of them, she kind of like immediately became really nice and connected with everybody. In the third one, she was like so against them up until the end. And it might be because she's a part of the new pirate crew.
She's part of the Ravagers.
Yeah. She might be so family-like with them. Because she was really, really nice to them, you know. But she wasn't nice to the Guardians. But I guess she treated them like she was just hired to
She
do
just
this.
treated them like outsiders.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that this movie did really well was their marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Making us believe that Rocket was going to die. Because, like, so much of their advertising was now just about Rocket.
Mm-hmm.
And really, then everybody already theorized that it would be Rocket and Drax who would die because of that title, because of the colors of the title of the movie. Because usually the color of the title in the first and second Guardians of the Galaxy, their colors match the character who would die. So in the first one, the title was like brown, like two different shades of brown, which was Groot. The second movie, it was blue, gold, and red, which was Yondu.
Mm-hmm.
And the third movie was colored almost like Drax and Rocket,
Gray and
brown and stuff. So it's like, okay, so yeah, so everyone thought that they were gonna die, and then to everyone's shock, to everyone's surprise, nobody died in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, it was kind of cool where you made everyone expect these characters to die, and then nobody died. So I thought that was actually just really cool because it's like, okay, there was a legitimate surprise in this movie.
I feel like in a way Rocket did die, but his past self, like a spiritual death for Rocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because he was finally able to give up that grief that he was feeling all those years and move on to look forward to death, really.
Yeah, he was looking forward to it.
And then, yeah, so I do think that it was a great movie, and I am glad how it ended with everybody like doing their own thing and
Yeah, like they just want to figure themselves out. Like I was really cool. Like it never came to my mind that like in all these years that Quill had been part of the Guardians and like just being out in space and whatnot, that he never once even went back to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I never even thought about that until it was brought up in the third movie.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool to see him go back and like see his grandpa and everyone. Well, just see his grandpa, but you know.
I like when he was sitting eating cereal at the end of the movie.
Let's go back in Secret Wars.
Comment. Yeah, the thing is, like, one thing I also really like is that the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, for the most part, are very, what's the word? Very isolated.
They're like their own little thing.
From their own thing. Like, they're separated enough to where, like, they don't really make a lot of connections to other MCU movies. So, like, Guardians of the Galaxy, for me, is probably, like, one of the few MCU movies that you could just watch together on their own without needing like the other movies to help you get the context of the movies.
It's also because James Gunn just fucking hates the other, like the MCU universe.
Yeah, like actually, yeah,
Because he, like, Thor hung out with the Guardians for like a while.
yeah.
They don't bring up Thor like at all. That's just because James Gunn didn't really like Thor being there, like in his
Yeah.
sense. So he just made it canon to where like Rocky doesn't talk to Thor anymore.
Yeah, and then there's that. I like that James Gunn like thing is like he ignores things that the that other. That scared me. But he ignores things that other directors do with the Guardians. Because in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, he made it to where Quill's mask broke. Like, meaning that you would never see it again. But then in Infinity War and Endgame, he randomly has it again. So now you fast forward to Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and he doesn't have it. Which literally at the end of the movie, like, if he had it, he could have easily put it on when he was out in space, you know. He could have put it on, but James Gunn ignored the fact that it was there in Infinity War and Endgame because he had it where it was destroyed in Guardians 2.
Did you see that James Gunn said the High Evolutionary did not die?
Yes, I did. That, like, apparently, like, visual effects artists even, like, confirmed it too, that, yeah, like, that Drax was carrying him.
Yeah. Like,
So,
you can see like just a little bit of frame of Drax carrying the High Evolutionary away.
yeah.
Well, that was the black dude, right?
Yeah.
The main villain.
Oh, okay.
The guy in the purple.
He didn't die?
No, he didn't die.
He's alive.
He is alive. He's a prisoner in nowhere right now.
He's a really big villain in the comics. Like originally he's responsible for Scarlet Witch's and Quicksilver's powers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Interesting. Well, I remember in, was it X-Men Origins?
Yeah.
That they teased the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. And that they were kept in Oh, no.
That's
Mutants. That's New Mutants. Isn't it?
No, that's
What was that?
no, it wasn't Winter Soldier. No, it wasn't Winter Soldier. That's the end credit sequence.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, just the most random thing off the top of my head because I remember just thinking about this when I was seeing the trailers for Guardians. Like, is it just me, or did Nebula look like she gained a little weight in her face?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, just a tiny bit. Like, she's still, like, body-wise, still looks the same, but her face, like, something was looking off about it. Where it looked like she may have just gained a little bit of weight.
Well, she's getting older, you know. So.
She's not bad.
She got her ass beat.
Oh my god, I was scared of that first fight where I was all like, oh my god, Adam Warlock's gonna kill like all the Guardians. Like I thought Nebula literally died at the beginning of the movie.
It's so funny. The one thing I just remember from Guardians Volume 3 is just how they introduced Adam Warlock for like the first time. And just the goofiest scene for me, just seeing him flying through space.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. I like movies.
If you had to rate it 9 out of 10, 10 being the best Marvel's movie ever made,
And 9
And-
being.
yeah, 9 being the worst Marvel's movie ever made.
Well, then thank you for touching my own. I think it's a 10.
1 out of 10. 1 out of 10.
If I honestly, I think I would have to give it a 9. I really do. Like, I don't think. I feel like we're gonna hear the meow in the.
It'll be alright.
We have a tiny little kitty.
Special guest.
Special guest star. We have the new cat. Meow. How's it? Oh, you're going behind the couch.
No.
Okay, so like I think the best MCU movie probably was Endgame. Like just because like it was just so great seeing everything come together after all these years, like the build up, like over the last 10 years, like and it all came to this. Like it was just such a perfect ending for that era. And so Guardians, I think, just really like was just a great story, great characters, visual effects, awesome. Like I think it overall, and it even had like that great shock value, surprises. So I think, yeah, I don't think it was as good as Endgame. I think just the tiniest bit, but like it's almost like tied with Endgame, in my opinion.
I'm just glad that they got to finally talk about Rocket. Like,
Oh
where
yeah.
he came from, what happened to him. Like, that was really cool to see. It was very sad.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, no, that was one of the parts that was like making me so like it was hard to look at the screen, like just seeing the stuff like oh my god when he first gets thrown into like when they first put him together and he's all like hurts.
Yeah.
I was all like oh no, and it's like the fact his skull was visible, and they just sucked up the blood. I was all like wow, like if you are an animal lover, like that movie is hard to watch.
I think because, okay, that part didn't affect me so much. I think because I've already been, what do they call that when you've already been shown something?
Desensitized.
Yeah. And it was for Short Circuit and Chappie because they go hand in hand for me. Chappie.
You've seen Short Circuit?
Yeah, I love Short Circuit.
I have like both those movies on DVD.
I used to.
Oh, I love those.
When I watched Chappie, it made me cry like so bad, and it kind of fucked me up a little bit. Just because of the scene where they're throwing shit at him, and it hurts, but he can't do anything about it because they're doing that stuff because he's just a robot, and they don't know that he can feel, and that fucked me up as a kid. I hated Chappie.
I love Chappie because it was because it actually was a mix between RoboCop and Short Circuit. That's what really made me love it. I was all like, well, I've seen both Short Circuit and RoboCop. I love Short Circuit. Like, I really want to own a Johnny 5.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, a few times I've been trying to get it. There's literally, like, the miniature, like a quarter scale Johnny 5 I can get. I really want to try to get it. It's so well made. I'm just
Did you 3D print one once?
in middle school.
Yeah.
In middle school. I still have it. That was the very first 3D print I ever had. It was this little red Johnny 5. And oh my god, bless him, because he's sitting on my shelf right now with no arms. Like, he's got his biceps, but he's missing his little forearms. Because they just fell off at one point. I was like, I could never find them. Like, I was like, did my cat eat his arms?
It's crazy that you even know Short Circuit, because when I would compare Chappie to Short Circuit, they're like, what the fuck is Short Circuit? And I was like, where do you think I get my input from? Like, that's
Input.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Number 5 is alive.
Yes, I hated that nobody knew that about Short Circuit.
Same. Like, literally, the thing was, I randomly came across Short Circuit. Like, when I was a kid on TV, Short Circuit 2 came on, and it just randomly came on to the scene where Ben and number 5 were talking on the docks about how, like, number 5's, like, having a hard time with people not understanding that he is alive and not wanting to believe that he has a mind and a soul of his own. And I thought it was really cool. It's just the fact he was a physical robot. Like, he was, like, no CGI. Like, they made a real robot.
Yeah.
I thought it was so cool. So I got that on DVD, which for some reason was at Toys R Us not long after I saw that. And then I got the first movie. Now I have 2 copies of literally both movies for some reason. But yeah, I love those movies. I wanted to build my own Johnny 5. Well, like, I don't think he ever saw. I don't know if he saw it or not, but I did try to build a life-size Johnny 5.
I think because we talked about it in high school.
Yeah. I tried to build him, and then I realized I was completely fucking out of my mind, and realized like I am way out of my league to be trying to build something like this. So eventually, I had to throw him away, which really sucked because I put like a lot of work into him. I think if I tried again, I think I would be willing to try again, but I would do a lot more like actual like metal work and probably 3D printing parts. And I would probably, maybe not a life size, but I'd probably do like a half scale.
9. 1 through 10, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh shit.
Sorry, we went on a little rant there.
I give it a 10. It's probably one of the better MCU movies that's come out in a couple of years.
10 from Rob.
Play.
I love Guardians of the Galaxy, so I have to say like 9.5.
9.5.
99.5. The Billy Madison.
Like in general or out of all the movies?
I'd say
I'd say in general.
in general.
Okay, in general,
Oh, general.
probably 9.
I'd say it's a 9. Yeah.
So it's unanimous. It's usually about 9, 10. Like, practically a perfect score.
Great movie.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. Like,
I give it an 11 for Nathan Fillion.
who the fuck is Nathan Fillion?
Nathan Fillion? You don't know Nathan Fillion?
I think I do. Is he the eyebrow guy?
Huh? You're the cat's upset.
So, I'm sorry, Kitty. I didn't know who Nathan Williams.
Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
He's the voice of the animated Green Lantern, and he's also Kate Six from Destiny.
The fuck? Wait.
This
Animated Green Lantern. Ryan Reynolds?
Animated.
Animated.
He was animated. The suit was animated.
No, the suit was animated. Ryan Reynolds wasn't animated.
Nathan Fillion played or voiced Green Lantern in the Justice League cartoons.
The black one or the white one?
The white one.
Oh, how? That's cool. Cool.
I thought you would understand Kate Six Destiny.
I knew Kate Six, yeah, from Destiny. I knew that, but I mean, he threw me off with the whole Green Lantern thing. He said animated Green Lantern, and my brain went immediately to Ryan Reynolds. But I was like, it doesn't make sense. That was Ryan Reynolds. I was like, who the fuck are you talking about? There was a second Green Lantern. Actually, no, there's a lot of Green Lanterns then. Randy went pee, so
Let's go
So
take
we
a
have to
break real
stop
quick.
everything.
we can
Take a quick break.
take a quick break. We'll be right back after these messages. Oh man, welcome back. Randy's back on his piss. I pissed. Everyone else shit.
Pissed. Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy was a great.
It was a great movie.
But
Turn on.
it was a turn on.
It's a non-sexual
It's
thing
like-
that turns me on.
Man, it got me so hard when Rocket's friends died.
I love it when he screamed.
Now I'm just imagining that scene, but you hear the freaking dad snort, just like the oh.
No. What I imagine is Rob watching it and he's like,
Nah, I'm sitting in my chair like.
What was that? Yeah.
No, but on to our next movie review.
Movie.
Movie. Into it's across the
Spider-Verse.
across the Spider-Verse.
Get it right.
Did you know that Across the Spider-Verse is the longest animated film ever made?
I was telling everybody that. I was all like this is literally the longest anime movie ever made, and I love it for that.
It beat out the last movie by 2 minutes.
What was the last anime movie that was that long?
It's an old movie. I forgot.
What was the? Hang on,
Fantasia, probably.
no. Longest animated movie. Okay, well, type. Are we gonna say this by like American or just in general?
I think it's in general.
Okay, because right now the longest thing is actually Evangelion 3.0 versus plus 1.0.
David's like, it's actually my favorite movie.
Actually, that's one of my favorite animes is Evangelion. I fucking love Evangelion. No Way Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is a rare Marvel animated movie. It is also the longest running animation movie of all time with a runtime of 140 minutes. 140 minutes.
Anyway, Cross the Spider-Verse. Great movie.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I like movies.
I think it's clear that we love Spider-Man, given the fact that we were talking about.
Everyone loves Spider-Man.
What was it? Who were we talking about?
We're talking about Michael Keaton Batman.
We're talking about Michael Keaton Batman. We ran about Spider-Man for 45 minutes.
What was it?
Would you still like Spider-Man if it was played by Kevin Bacon?
No.
Kevin Bacon.
I would kill myself. I hate Kevin Bacon so much. But, yeah. What's up, bro?
To divert, who's your favorite Spider-Man?
Tobey Maguire.
Toby?
Yeah.
I liked Andrew.
Andrew's cool.
I really did like Andrew. I actually preferred his first movie over his second movie. The second movie, unfortunately, I think could have been great. It just focused too much on setting up a cinematic universe rather than just being a Spider-Man movie.
That was just all Sony getting in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that Andrew was in No Way Home, everyone wants Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Because he was a good Spider-Man.
Yeah, he wasn't
bad at all.
He was a legit good Spider-Man, but it's one of those things where it's like you have a great actor, but you have a shitty movie. You have a shitty script.
Yeah.
I think the story they were trying to tell was really cool. It's just the fact they just put too much in one movie. That's the problem that a lot of movie studios make, is they put too much in one movie and it just kind of ruins it for the audience.
So what was your favorite part about Across the Spider-Verse?
Oh my, I saw
favorite
this
part or
thick-ass
favorite
Spider-Woman
scene?
and I was just like, ooh, damn.
I did not like her.
No. Who?
Spider-Woman?
Oh.
Gwen?
No,
No.
the other one.
The black
No,
chick
that's
one.
Ghost Spider.
Oh.
The Spider-Woman, the pregnant one.
lady?
I guess.
Yeah.
There's a pregnant Spider-Woman, yeah.
No, yeah, I know. I remember.
Yeah, she's hot.
The only thing I didn't like was that.
No, but my favorite part.
Motorcycle.
Spoiler warning again, guys. Just real quick.
What did you not like?
The only thing I didn't like about her, about Spider-Woman, was the fact that, at first, she was the one that wanted to take Gwen under her wing, and then, all of a sudden, she, totally, does not have her back. I understand that Gwen was doing things wrong, but, she practically, adopted Gwen, and then she, totally doesn't have her
It's
back.
also been a couple months since she was
Kinda
picked
left
up,
her
so
in
kind of
the dust.
things can change over the next couple months.
I mean, yeah, of course, but, still. That's just kind of messed up.
Yeah, well.
But, I mean, she was
I think
cool.
they could have handled things a little better. No, I'm just kidding.
I think my favorite part of Across the Spider-Verse, I honestly do think, was the relationship building between Miles and Gwen. Just their interactions, not even just as spider people, but just as people.
Mm-hmm.
Really just the connections between people, was my favorite part of these movies.
And
Miles and his parents, I was really liking that one, especially when Miles was all like,
Mhm.
maybe just get off the kid's ass. What? And I was I love that part. I just love that, he's trying to be it's dude, I'm trying my best, man. I was I'm being Spider-Man and trying to be a high school student at the same time. Cut me some slack. I'm trying to be, I'm still doing, A's and stuff in my classes.
The one thing that caught me off guard, I was really surprised about, is how good the spot was.
Oh, yeah, no,
Because I thought he was just going to be a minor thing, just a one-off. Oh, he's here. All right, where's the real villain?
I didn't think that at all. When I saw him, I was like, damn, this bitch is gonna be bad. But the only reason why I was a little confused with if he was gonna be a bad villain or not was because of how nice his interaction was.
Oh, yeah, he was really
the
nice.
whole, he was so passive. And I was like, aw, he's kind of cute. Poor Spot.
I know, it seemed I thought his role was going to be, just in the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it'd be all trailed up and we get the main villain of the movie. So it was interesting to see that, he just kind of kept going.
It's scary how scary he got.
No,
Yeah, he got
I was
scary.
about to say that. He got so, I was like, oh shit, when he turned, all black and
Oh, yeah,
everything.
yeah,
I was
you
like,
remember.
oh no.
No. I'm just thinking of that meme where he's like, I'm
Oh!
gay for you,
No.
you're gay for me. Spider-Man, why are you gay for him?
Spider-Man, why you gay for him? I'm not.
The one that's oh, I forgot my baby in the car and I'm at the bar. It's oh no! That's how I felt, bro. But
Oh, man.
it's I feel like it almost draws a parallel to. Sorry, me using big language. Anyways, it like feels similar to what's it called? The one from the Andrew movies, the villain. Like how he was like a sweet nerdy guy.
Electro.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost that same similar feeling of like you want to like him, but then he's a really bad guy.
Electro wasn't even really a bad guy. He was just like he just got bad because of his obsession with Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
That it just ultimately like.
That's what I'm saying. It's almost the same. It's
Yeah,
not.
because Spot has a pretty big obsession with Spider-Man because he's constantly like, I'm your arch nemesis. I'm the like biggest villain. I'm
like,
gonna
you
be.
made me.
They
Yeah,
made each
you-
other.
Yeah, but
You made me and I made you. Spider-Man, why'd you make
But
me?
he's so obsessed with that idea, that thought. It's like, we know.
Mhm.
You don't have to point it out so often, and he's like, who wants to be hurt? Like, he wants to have that attention from this dude.
what I think David means though is, which this is one of my favorite kinds of villains, is when they love the person so much and then they get their heart broken by them, and then they can't help but like just be so mad that that person wasn't who they wanted them to be. Because that's what Electro was like for Andrew Garfield. He loves Spider-Man so much.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to be just like you, you know. I'm trying to do everything to be like you, you know. And for Spot, he just had a obsession of like revenge for turning him into a monster when it wasn't really his fault necessarily. He got hit with a bagel. Like that was it. That's all that he fucking did. And, you know, I think that they did an awesome job with the main villain, and I think they did an even better job with all the Spider-Man, like how each one was acting. It felt like an actual person, you know. All of them. Even what's his name? The punk British dude,
Spider-Punk.
Oh, Hoagie.
Yeah, dude, that dude was freaking hilarious. I really didn't like him at first.
What?
I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't like him at first when he was first on screen because he kind of just seemed like a douchebag. But once I learned like that's his thing,
That's kind of
he's
what punk
he's-
is.
yeah, he's supposed to be douchey and rebellious. I was like, oh, he's fucking hilarious now. Like I love this dude.
And I think he kind of does it ironically. Like he doesn't fully mean it. Like he's
Yeah.
doing that to like fit the narrative of what a punk is, but he's joking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I will say this, like, what my biggest thing that I really do love about this movie is the animation. Like,
The styles.
the art styles just like colliding with each other. I thought that was really cool. That like when you go from one dimension, one universe to the other, the art style changes. Like there are Spider-Man that have all different kinds of, you know, animation styles. I mean, you have anime Spider-Man, you have cell shaded Spider-Man, you have 3D Spider-Man, you have sketch
Spider-Man.
Lego Spider-Man.
Dinosaur Spider-Man.
Did you know that Lego Spider-Man was animated
By a 14-year-old.
A 14-year-old kid did the animations for Lego Spider-Man
During spring break.
during spring break.
But yeah, no, that's why I just really love it, because it's just like me as an animator, it was like I have a like just a higher appreciation for animation and the way that they do it, and it's just how to get from point A to point B. And I was like, that was one of the reasons why the movie got delayed by a whole year, was because they just needed more time for them to do the animation. Like Spider-Punk alone, Hoagie took 4 years to animate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which literally is the entire time they took from when they were first saw the movie to where it came out. Like they took 4 years. The entire development was just
And
animated again.
I really liked his animation. It was, it was so
It's such a
fluid.
conflicting art style because he's 3D, but they really have to match in the 2D as well.
It was really good.
I feel like the movie's super impressive for the fact that it does include so many actual spider people that actually exist from the comics, and they don't ruin them.
And they also, and I thought it was also really cool that they just made up a bunch of fucking
Yeah.
different Spider-Man. I also just really love that they didn't just do this, like, I call it like the action figure thing, where they just take a base model and they just change up the accessories and bam, that's a new Spider-Man. I like that each Spider-Person had their own different flavor to them. Like they just, were different, very different when it came to art styles, to their
Culture.
costumes, cultures, body type.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big thing for me, honestly, was seeing like all the different body types of Spider-Man. That you didn't have to be like lean, muscular, and whatnot. Like you actually had you had fat Spider-Man, you had thick Spider-Women. Like I actually thought it was really cool. The one that actually really stuck out to me was this one who was wearing yellow, like brown and yellow. And just like knowing that she was just a much bigger woman, I was just like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Just seeing someone of her physique as a superhero. I honestly just thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
I love that chase scene. That chase scene was freaking bad.
Which one?
The one where he's running from all the spider people.
Oh, I think that's weird though that like nobody could catch him because like they're all spider people.
Well, you also have to think about it. Miles isn't Peter Parker. They can think all alike. That's why they were all jumbled up. They were all doing practically the same thing. But Miles was different because he doesn't think exactly like them because he's a whole different person.
Well, to be fair, some of those Spider-Man are not exactly all Peters either. Like Spider-Man 2099 is a whole different person from the future who wasn't even bitten by a radioactive spider. He was like a scientific accident.
He was a
That
drug
just
addict.
there was also like Ben Reilly Spider-Man. He was the cell shaded one, like the red and the blue hoodie. It was very dramatic.
Yeah, but my point
He's
is
a
that they're
clone.
all
Yeah.
practically Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy,
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? They're all similar except for Miles. He's the odd one out.
He's the odd one out, yeah.
He doesn't think like they would, like, you know?
It's because he had the exaggerated swagger of a
Oh.
black teen.
I also one thing I actually
He's
thought
right
was,
though. He's not a Peter. He's Miles.
one thing I thought that was actually really cool was that the story for this movie was inspired by the introduction of Miles Morales, like in our world, in our reality, where when he was first introduced, the character got so much hate. Where people actually did say like, oh, this guy's not Spider-Man, he's not supposed to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And they took that hatred that Miles originally did have and they just turned it into a concept for this story.
I like that. Yeah.
I thought that was just so cool. I think it's very meta, but like in the best way possible. Where it's like, yeah, like because once everyone just gave the character a chance, everyone loves him. Like there are some people now who actually probably prefer Miles over Peter Parker.
No, so you're wrong. No, I'm kidding.
I forever will still prefer Peter over Miles.
I don't know about that. I kind of really like Miles.
Oh, I love Miles, but
Like I grew up with Peter Parker and Spider-Man, and Spider-Man, but Miles was a really nice twist.
Well, yeah,
to
no.
stuff that happened.
And that's what I love because like I hate like a lot of movies now just want to be woke and they want to like it's forced diversity, like where it's like these characters were fine the way they are, they've been around for decades, and you just want to change them because you want to include like inclusion and whatnot. But the thing is, at this point, the people that they're trying to include don't even like this anymore. So it's just like because you're changing something that isn't broken. So I like that with Spider-Man, they took the route of just making a whole new character who was black but had Spider-Man powers. Same thing with Spider-Gwen. You made a woman.
And Spanish, okay, I got it.
And it's just.
I had to.
It's just it was done. That was done in the proper way. It wasn't like it didn't feel forced. They just made a whole new character and they worked their way up to get the following that he has now. And that's what I really like about it. That's why I love Miles, is because he doesn't feel forced.
That's what I was gonna say too. Like I love the diversity thing, but I do hate the forced feeling of it, of what so many people do now, and it's like they're not doing it because they care. They're doing it just for the sake of
it's just
doing it.
It's just a political agenda at this point. Like where it's just like they want to show that they care, but it's just like but they're not doing it because they actually want to do it. They're just doing it because they want to look good. They don't want to be like the
they
odd
want
one
to
out
give
who
people
doesn't
what they
do it.
want, but they don't actually care.
Yeah,
And
these
so,
half these people don't even want it. Like that's the thing. Like to where even like to where like the light inclusion is including the black people more into it, and it's just like but even like the black community doesn't even like it.
Yeah, no.
Because it's just so forced.
Yeah, I agree with what you said though. Like, if it comes from someone that actually cares, and they're just creating something completely new, then yeah, that's when it works because they actually care about it and they're not fucking around with something like you said that's not broken, and that's why that works, because you actually are making a genuine thing. You're not just putting a diversity
it.
twist. Like, that's weird. Like, that's awkward.
Like, for example, my favorite Disney princess is Tiana from
Princess the Frog.
Princess and the Frog.
I love her.
She's my favorite Disney princess. I love that movie. And they just made a whole new princess who was black and put her in a black crowd. You know?
Now you got this new Little Mermaid where it's like,
and so many people are mad at that. You know,
Ariel has been around for almost a century.
Yeah.
And you just randomly made her black because you wanted to get political, and it's like that's why I haven't even bothered to go see the movie. Like, it's just I'm not really gonna support all of these movies that do that, like where you just do that just to
get the views for it.
Yeah, just get the views, because there's a lot of people that actually who do watch things just to hate on it, hate watching, but it's like they don't care if you love it or hate it. They just care that you see it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm all like, I'm not gonna watch that movie. And also, in general, I don't even really like the Disney remakes anyway, because they're just the exact same movie, just live action set animated.
I was really disappointed with Lion King when it came
Yeah,
out,
Lion
the
King,
live version, when I was like,
Lion King-
bruh.
Yeah, Lion King, I actually went to theaters to go see, and I was really thinking it was gonna be good, and then it is good, but for the wrong reasons. Because it literally is just like almost a shot-for-shot remake of the original movie, just in live action, quote-unquote, rather than animated.
And it looks really good, but the facial expressions don't look good because it's so realistic.
Because it's a realistic.
And it's, like you said, weird just because it's shot for shot almost. Like, it's just awkward.
Yeah, they don't do anything new. They don't do anything different. So it's just the same movie. It's just like, all it says is that, and my professor went on a rant about this, is actually that, like, he hates the Disney remakes because it basically tells people that the original movies don't hold up, that they're not good enough, as, you know, that, like, since they're not modern animated movies, they're not good enough. So it's like, that's like, yeah, they're just.
I do enjoy seeing live actions of animated things, but when it's done the right way.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like, for example, I was so excited for Forward Unto Dawn.
Wasn't the Halo 4 movie?
I was so excited for that, and it wasn't good. It wasn't done good. And I was like, damn, I would have loved to see Master Chief live action.
And he doesn't even show up until like the end of the movie.
Yeah, it's like a cameo.
That's what I hate about like a lot of live action Halo stuff, is that they don't put a lot of the Spartans in there. They like to do like more of a, like anything you look at, like any live action Halo stuff you ever see focuses more on like ODST like characters, and then they don't bring in like actual Spartans until like the very end, or either that or like the actual Spartans are just do like cameos throughout, but they don't really do much. You know, that's what's so disappointing about like live action Halo. So it's like even that live action series they have on Paramount Plus. I watched that. If you don't really know anything about Halo,
he's over there.
Oh, if you don't really know anything about Halo, yeah, the show's a pretty good watch. But when you are, I mean, the people who are going to be watching this are the people who do know Halo.
Yeah.
And so it's just, you know how much they get wrong. It's like, it's not a good story, really. Like, half the shit doesn't make sense, especially to Master Chief.
Overall, though, Miles Morales is a great character.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah.
I love him as a Spider-Man, you know, and I think it's really cool, the whole story that they're telling for him right now. I know that the movie is going to be continued, and they're really, really, really going to have to sew up these plot holes, though, because, like, with the current theory that they have for...
Sorry, that was my fault. I'm sorry.
With the current theory that they have for the Spider-Verse movies. Stop laughing!
That was my fault.
For our audio listeners, our waterfall just opened up in the apartment.
Moses just split the Red Sea over there real quick. So.
3 times.
That was so fucking loud for some reason.
Oh yeah. The theories that they do have for how the world works, I really don't think that that's actually how it works. I know that they're gonna have to fix it because the plot holes are just outrageous, right now, with what O'Hare's current theory is on how the Spider-Verse works. Oh, sorry, the
Humanoid erect.
yeah.
Here.
So that's one thing that kind of bothers me about the movie, is that everything's just wrong right now.
Well, no, I don't think it's a plot hole because, like, I think it's a purposeful plot hole.
Mhm.
Where it's like, I don't think he truly knows how it works. I think that's just what he believes it is. But, because, yeah, like, I get what you're talking about. And I think it's either he's lying about how the Spider-Verse works, or he doesn't know how it actually works. He's just going off of what he's experienced and thinks that's what needs to happen to all the other Spider people.
I think it is that he doesn't know. I don't think that O'Hare's a bad guy.
He's probably just so traumatized.
Yeah.
He doesn't want what happened to him to happen to anybody else.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what he's letting that happen.
Yeah.
Because he's saying it's a canon event where basically he lost his daughter, so everyone else has to lose their most significant person in their life.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense because then that's what clicks with Spider-Man. Well, all the Peter Parkers, you know, like, oh shit.
But not everyone's a Peter Parker, though.
Yeah.
Not everyone's a Peter Parker, and technically, yeah, I mean, not, you know. I mean, there's, you know, the thing about the multiverse is that there's infinite possibilities, and it's just like, you know, you can have a Spider-Man who doesn't even actually have a family, who doesn't have friends. Like, how can he lose?
How can he already lose something that he doesn't have?
Yeah, how can he lose something that he does not have? Yes. Sorry, we're messing with the cat real quick.
That's code
Behind
for we're
That's code
helping out
for-
the kitty. That's code for we actually have a cat.
We actually have a cat. I'm just
That
fiddling
cat
with the
Spider-Man though.
Spider-
I saw something. I saw
Spider-
something. I don't know if y'all saw it, but I saw like not a comic, a drawing of like a fan art or whatever. That the Sandman was like the litter box. I thought that was so funny.
I thought that was funny, yeah. But yeah, that was a good movie. I think Across the Spider-Verse, I think I also would give it a 9. 9.5. I'll give it a 9.5.
I'd give Across the Spider-Verse a 10. The dedication to animation,
Very much,
which
yes.
rhymes all the time, you know. No, but the animation.
I'm a poet and I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Boppers.
Whoppers. I think the dedication to the animation and the story is incredible. You know, it's very difficult to make an animated movie with a great story and great visuals.
Yeah, especially when, as far as visuals go, they pretty much have to make the movie twice.
Mhm.
Because it's a 3D animated movie, but half the time they're actually drawing on top of the movie too.
Yeah.
They go back and they draw over it. They put 2D elements over it.
And it's like, you got 3 options. You can, oh my god, David.
Man, I have never crashed through this thing so many times. This is
Yeah.
my professional setup and I'm ruining it.
You have 3 options. You can do it good, fast, or cheap. You can only pick 2.
Good, fast.
If you want it good, it's not going to be fast and it's not going to be cheap.
Mhm.
If you want it fast, it's not going to be good and it's not going to be cheap. If you want it cheap, it's going to be fast and it's not going to be good. So, the fact that they're making a good movie means that it wasn't fast, it took forever,
It took 4
and
years.
it wasn't cheap.
It took 4 years, which is longer than like some movies take. I mean, they're actually doing it pretty fast because some anime movies, like the fact they did as much as they did in 4 years. Like a movie like that, a lot of times would take, you know, about 4 to 6 years, but they only did it in 4, and that was like after they delayed it just by a year. So I mean, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
And the next one's supposed to be coming out next spring.
Yeah, next spring. Supposedly, I'm like,
They're gonna delay it.
Yeah.
it's probably gonna be delayed because Haley Steinfeld hasn't even recorded a single line for Spider-Gwen. But that could, but at the same time, they could surprise us, and
She
it
could
could
be
be
lying.
like, huh?
She could be lying.
She either could be lying, or it could be that they've already animated a shit ton of the animation, and they just haven't done any Spider-Gwen's parts. That could also be an option. So it could be that like that movie could be already halfway done, and they just haven't done Spider-Gwen's parts.
I actually think that movie should be almost completely done by now.
No, I wouldn't say like completely done. I definitely think like a lot of movies pretty much don't get done until like the week of that it's supposed to be released. So I think at the very least they might be halfway done with the movie.
I mean, at least for animations.
Yeah.
It should be practically done now. Animated for the most part.
We'll see.
Don't we have someone to interview?
We do.
I just want to say I like Spider-Gwen's world.
I
I love the watercolor
Mhm.
aesthetic of
Oh,
it.
that's really cool. Yeah.
And seeing Penny so destroyed.
Oh
for like
yeah.
a split
You
second
can see how she's
destroyed
also
me.
older.
Yeah.
Like she's a senior. In the first movie, she was in Into the Spider-Verse. She was a freshman in high school. In this movie, she was a senior. I also really like that her Spider-Mech was actually Evangelion inspired.
Yeah.
Like the first thing I thought when I saw her mech was Evangelion, and then I actually watched something and found out that it was Evangelion inspired.
The anime.
the class. You're gonna be whispering.
The little Japanese anime.
Oh, okay.
Penny Parker.
It's because she
I
looks
was
so
like,
destroyed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know.
She got Shinji'd.
Yeah, she got Shinji'd. If you don't know what that means, in her comics, like currently, she got like this Venom mech, and that Venom mech ended up turning bad and ended up killing like one of her classmates and her mom.
Oh my god.
No, it killed her Aunt May.
Oh, it killed her Aunt May. My bad.
It killed her Aunt May, and then I think her best friend too.
Yeah.
I did see that. I actually did read that. I was all like, really? They have mechs? I was like, just because I saw it was Evangelion, I was like, I read it. I was like, yeah, she's a Spider-Man, and then her best friend was piloting the Venom mech, and it killed in the process. It went bad because it got corrupted, and it killed her and Aunt May.
That's crazy.
So 1 through 10, I said 10. David
I said 9.5.
I give it a 10.
10.
Wait, what?
Scale of 1 to 10, how good was the Spider-Man movie?
Oh, 10. I loved it. I loved it so much.
Well, scale 1 to 10.
I think like an 8.7.
What?
Oh, 8.7.
Yeah.
Would you care to elaborate?
Is it because of the end? They left it off on the cliffhanger.
Like-
They were actually like
No,
Lil
I didn't hate it, but like I would have. They could have ended it. Like they could have finished it. They drew it out a little bit.
Well, yeah,
just
you-
to do that.
There were so many points where I was sitting there like, all right, it's gonna end right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the theater I was watching, I was like, okay, we're at the ending right here, and then it just keeps going a little bit further. I'm all like,
Like when he's swinging in the new universe and like
yeah, I know they was gonna end there.
hearing everyone just talking like what he just went through, and I was like, all right, it's gonna end right here. And they kept going. I was like, what?
It was so surprising how much for there's so many parts where you just kept being like, okay, the screen's gonna like go black here, and I was like, no, still doesn't. And so it's not like, oh man.
Although a lot of people in theaters were like, oh my god, what the fuck, why? Man, now we gotta wait again. I was so happy about the way it ended.
Oh,
like,
me too.
Like, it made me so excited for the new movie, you know? Or, like, the next one. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked the cliffhanger because it pissed me off, but also it made me really happy.
Well, yeah, I like it as the cliffhanger because it's like the way they did it was like nobody lost, but no one won either. You know, so that was actually one thing that I really liked because like I kind of liked that was the Infinity War kind of thing where they ended on a cliffhanger where the heroes lost, and then you had to see if they actually would win in the next movie. And I was like, I got kind of just like that they did something similar but different, where it's like no one won, no one lost though, so it's just like gotta see how it goes out. And I just like that, like, oh, we're still gonna get like another like 2-3 hour movie to conclude this trilogy.
I love seeing Donald Glover.
I thought it was
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool. But I'm kind of glad they didn't do it too much because it is kind of weird seeing the live action mixed in with that particular kind of movie. And I even saw stuff where I was like, yeah, they didn't want to do too much because they did
That
film
makes
more.
it comedic at that point.
It was comedic.
Like Space Jam, if you have a character like that mixed in with the animation.
Yeah.
Which is, anyway. But I was gonna say I did rate it that because I love Guardians of the Galaxy so much, and I feel like it's maybe not quite as good, but it is really good. I do really love it. It's just that like it's not super my thing, but they did it so perfectly that yeah, it deserves a 9.
I mean, honestly, I'm giving it a 9.5 just because I am being a bit more critical as an animator. Because definitely because there was just so many characters, it was just hard for me to keep track of like everybody in some of the scenes. I was like, I want to admire everything, like everyone that's showing up, because I was like, oh, there's probably cameos, there's probably all these Easter eggs and everything, and it's just so fast that you're gonna have to like rewatch and like zoom in and stuff. You're gonna like go frame by frame just to see certain things, just to even know if something was happening. You just didn't see it, so it's like there wasn't a lot of chance to admire a lot of stuff. It was just so fast. But I love the movie overall, so it's like I think it's almost a perfect score. But the fact I couldn't enjoy every little thing, it made me want to just take it down.
Plushy Spider-Man was like in almost every other chase scene.
Dude, Plushy Spider-Man's freaking awesome.
And I loved.
See, I didn't even know there was a plushie Spider-Man. I did not see him.
He lands on his face, right? Or
Yeah.
not, yeah.
On the hockey stick.
He lands on a hockey stick. He's swinging in one of the scenes, but like he can't go anywhere.
He's like just flailing around.
I love that Canada Spider-Man, the one with the hockey stick, the girl.
I love seeing 1968 animated Spider-Man. That part made me laugh.
Or what?
Yeah.
I like seeing the Spectacular Spider-Man. I thought it was really cool.
I like the
Web
one in the
Slinger was
wheelchair.
hilarious.
See Spider-Man Unlimited in one of the.
Oh yeah,
There was a
Friends.
Spider-Man on the wheelchair.
Yeah.
That reminds
I
me
can't-
of, Eddie and the guys, the boys or whatever.
Oh, those
Yeah.
VTuber.
Yeah, the one with like, I'm gonna get you, and then he's like, he's like, I'm almost there. He keeps going. I love
I
that
want to
so
know how
much.
she got her wheelchair to be upside down, like, and stay like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome, and I wonder how she does that.
I saw it and I was like,
The
"There's a
wheelchair was in
disabled
by a radioactive
Spider-Man?"
spider.
Yeah, her.
That'd be funny if the wheelchair was the one that got bit by the spider. Like the person in it has no
She
power.
only has the powers when she sits in it, but it makes her legs paralyzed.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna karate chop you.
I can't help it.
It's, well, I mean, there's Peter parked car, so I think that.
Peter Parker.
Anything's possible.
He's actually from the Lego Marvel games.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that world is actually the Marvel Lego games.
That's cool.
Oh man, and then I love the fact that we saw Toby and Andrew in that movie too.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool. I was all like, oh, I was really hoping to see them, and then, like, yeah. I mean, it was stuff that was already filmed before, but I was like, it was still just really cool to see like them be acknowledged and seen.
Mhm.
It was really cool.
On Peter parked car, Lego Spider-Man is there, and he's like this big. Like you can't even see him.
Is he really?
Yeah, unless you stop the movie and look. He's like this big on the top of the car, and that's like attention to detail right there.
I've been rewatching the movie a lot because there's always people on TikTok just playing the movie.
Mhm.
So I've just been sitting down and watching it.
We have one more thing.
One more thing, people. We got one more thing. Are you guys ready?
For
Are you ready?
Our celebrity guest.
Celebrity guest star.
I gotta go.
Who will it be this week?
Drum
I'm always the closest one next to the door. I gotta go get him.
Yep, go get him.
Oh.
Go get him. Oh, someone's at the door. I wonder who it could be. Why, ladies and gentlemen, look who's walking. It's not a bird. It's not a plane. Clearly, it's not a plane. I wish it was a plane.
You hear one of the planes from the airport.
It's Christopher Walken.
All right, good night, everybody. Full fighters.
Wow, Christopher Walken,
Wow.
you're such a
Christopher
legend.
Walken. Chris Walken, everyone. Come on, let's give him a big hand. Come on. Give him a kiss. Christopher Walken.
You know, it's great to be on this podcast. I love watching the Dank Tank.
Oh, thank you, Christopher Walken. You know, we're glad to have you on the Dank Tank. Dank Tank.
Why'd you say it twice?
Why wouldn't I say it twice?
Why? Why?
Because
Say it twice and it makes it extra nice, you know.
Yeah, see, it's so
You
nice.
know,
You know.
you got a good point.
Yeah. No.
See, it's true because it rhymes.
You got a good point.
You know what else is nice, Christopher Walken? Your voice.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I always get told that I have a unique voice. I got a unique.
Yeah. I you know, I love this, you know.
I can't even. It's so funny.
What's so funny, Randy?
What's so funny, Randy?
What's so funny,
What's so
Randy?
funny, Randy?
Why you
Oh,
laughing?
you laughing at
Christopher
Why you
Walken?
laughing at
Why you
Christopher
being
Walken?
why you being rude to our guests?
Yeah, why are you laughing?
We
Man.
apologize, Christopher Walken.
No, it's not. Your voice isn't funny. I'm just thinking of when you announced the Foo Fighters. You know, the
Pretty delayed.
The Foo Fighters.
A
You
long
know,
time ago.
You know, I remember back when you were in one of the Batman movies. You played Shrek.
You know, that was one of my greatest roles, actually.
Yeah.
What are you doing in my swamp?
What the fuck? No. Christopher, you know, I know I know you're a real jokester, Christopher Walken. I know you know that your character was just named Shrek. You weren't playing the ogre. You played a guy named Shrek in Batman Returns.
Yeah.
You didn't play the Green Ogre. From
You must have forgotten.
You must have forgotten.
I must have forgotten. You know,
Christopher forgotten.
I did voice Shrek. I did voice Shrek.
Which Shrek?
The green one.
Oh, okay. I was trying to trick you there, but okay.
What are you doing in the swamp?
What are you doing in the swamp?
Oh, Batman! What are you doing in my swamp? Batman.
I'm making waffles, Shrek.
Shrek, I'm making waffles.
Ew. Stop! Stop! What is, that sound like it's broken.
You know, I don't understand why you're laughing.
I'm sorry, sir.
You're laughing so hard. So hard.
I just love Batman.
I love Shrek.
Mr. Walken.
Yes.
Would you say Shrek is love or
Shrek is life. You gotta love life, though. You got it. You kids, these days, you don't appreciate life.
I know I don't.
You don't appreciate Shrek. Shrek is life.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can you do another line from the movie?
Christopher Walken, could you do a line from Shrek when you auditioned?
I'm sorry, I'm sure you get asked this all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, everyone remembers you as Shrek.
I remember when I had to say donkey.
Why did you
And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
I really love working with Chris Rock.
Christopher Walken. That's the wrong black comedian.
No, he played Fiona.
Randy, stop, baby. We're trying to listen to Christopher Walken play Shrek.
It's very distracting.
Yeah, stop. Sorry, Mr. Walker. I'm sorry. Does anybody else have any questions for Mr. Christopher?
Maybe something that's not Shrek related. Maybe.
Christopher Walken.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
What'd you think of Lord Farquaad?
You know, he's such a great man. Such a nice man. But a short king, that's only popular now. Not back in my day. 2000. Great guy, great guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy, Christopher Walken. He's a great guy.
Any other
Do you know the gingerbread man?
The one that lives on Drury Lane. Anything else? Not Shrek related. Not Shrek related.
What was your favorite movie to act in? What was the favorite movie you were most part of? Like, you know.
You know, I love being in Pulp Fiction. My character in Pulp Fiction, I played
Shrek.
a comrade. I played a comrade.
You play Conrad.
Yeah. I delivered a watch to
Waffle. Deliver a waffle.
Bruce Willis as a kid. I delivered a watch that his dad hid up his ass. And he wanted his son to have this watch. So I took the watch and I hid it up my ass. And then 6 years later, I delivered it to him.
It stayed in your ass for 6 years.
I actually was dedicated to the movie. I shoved a watch up my ass. And then I gave it to that kid later.
He must have been so proud.
I did the same thing for Shrek.
Just to show me your
You
commitment.
know, that's actually how I get prepared for movies. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Shove things up your ass.
Let me guess, you almost got that role, huh?
You know, I have one right now for this interview.
Oh God.
Can you show it?
Here it going off in his ass. God.
It's got a grandfather clock up there.
I got a time bomb.
I'm a walking time bomb.
I'm a walking time bomb.
I'm a Christopher Walken time bomb.
You know, I don't have much time left for this interview. I gotta cut it a little short.
Oh, no, I didn't even
Just a little short today.
Oh, come on, man.
I'd definitely love to be back.
You know, I don't think we want you back, but you're gonna cut this short, man.
Wait, Christopher Walken.
You just made him Christopher walk out.
Oh no.
No, I'm sorry.
Better not be mean over there to Mr. Walken. I fucking over here. I invited him myself.
Oh my God, it's Randy Savage.
Who summoned him?
Who summoned Randy Savage?
Came back.
Back from last week's
that was
episode.
weird.
Like,
Is that Randy Savage?
yeah, he was on last week's episode.
What? He's dead.
No, so we thought that too.
We have connections everywhere.
What?
We
Our
have
Connections
You know
to the
God.
spirit realm.
there's an Ouija board in the closet.
a Ouija board.
Wow, you have a Luigi board.
The second
It's
Ouija.
like a
The second
board.
Chewie.
It's pretty interesting.
You know, I could smoke some second Chewie right now.
Me too.
Mr. Walken, Mr. Walken.
Yes, yes.
What is it like working with Adam Sandler?
You know, for Adam Sandler, he's a great guy. Very Jewish man. Very great fella. Oh, and he does this voice. I love Adam Sandler's voice. You know, I can't get over it. It's hilarious. But he's a douchebag in real life. Yeah.
Heck, I think we all knew that. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I mean,
I made that up.
Oh.
He's a very nice person.
Well, I'm sure he is. I love the guy. You never go wrong with a little bit of Adam Savage. I mean, Adam Sandler.
You mean Randy Savage?
Mr. Walken, Mr. Walken.
Yeah.
Mr. Walken.
Have you ever been called a douchebag before?
Me?
Yeah.
You know, occasionally I get called a douchebag whenever I go rap, freestyle rap. They say, "Hey, douchebag, get off the stage."
Usually when I hear douchebag, and when it comes to the song, I remember the douchebag song, Mr. Douchebag.
What are you talking about?
You ever heard Mr. Douchebag?
No.
You know,
I feel like
I don't know what the fuck you're talking
Yeah.
about.
I don't
Christopher
know.
Walken would be great at singing it. It's just like douchebag. He's Mr. Douchebag of the year.
You're just making that up. What is
No.
that?
That was a great song.
I mean, it goes a little longer, but I don't think people want to hear it. So
I didn't know you rapped, Mr. Walken.
yeah,
I loved you in 8 Mile, by the way. You're great.
You know, in 8 Mile, I wrote all the lyrics for Eminem.
All of them.
All of them. Actually, my first name is Marshall.
I thought it was Christopher.
That's my stage
Marshall.
name.
Marshall's my birth name.
Oh.
Mr. Walken is my acting name. Have you ever heard 50 Cent? That's me. You know, I'm 50 Cent. No one ever believes me.
50 cents, sure.
What was that? What was that?
I had something in my
Christopher Walken. I know you're tired. I know you're an old man who just wants to sleep. You just want to sleep.
Hey, yo.
But
Are you being rude to the guests?
I'm not. He wanted to leave. I just don't want to waste his time.
Fighters. What can I do?
Yeah. You talk how you like Christopher Walken. I like you.
God, it just
You
got.
know,
We just
I
went
like
back
you
to the
too.
first segment.
It's getting very
I like.
non-sexual.
Yeah, I like your shoes.
you know these shoes are non-sexual, but they turn me on.
I feel like.
Randy, do you have any questions for Christopher?
Oh, Mr. Walken, how did you feel about being in the Kangaroo Jack movies? You know, the Kangaroo Jack movies, I don't know why I made it plural. There's only one.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, I remember that movie. I don't remember there being
What
more
a
than
rip
one.
off of them.
My favorite movie, though, is Kangaroo Jack. I really love the scene when I say chicken blood.
Wait, Kangaroo Jack is your favorite movie?
Yeah.
You know it's got an 8% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, yeah?
You know, I don't really care what it's rated. As long as it's rated R.
8%?
It's 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
8%.
I love when the kangaroo talks.
You know, I voice the kangaroo. Kangaroo Jack. I was also the black cat.
Why did you have to say that while I was fishing?
I didn't even understand her. I just heard.
If you were the kangaroo, sir, has anyone ever called you a furry for that?
You know, I'm a proud sponsor of the furry community. And in
Wow.
fact,
I didn't know they were sponsored. That's amazing.
my persona, as you kids like to call it, my persona is a honey badger.
Why a honey badger, Mr. Walken?
Because honey badger don't give a shit.
Alright. Well, I think with that, we're going to call it a night with you. Thanks so much, Christopher Walker, for joining us. We love having you.
You know, I love it. You know, I don't think I'll be back on here, though.
Yeah, it's okay. We hate you. Get out.
Mr. Walken, before you go, don't forget to take our cock pop over here.
You know, I already got one, but I can use two.
There you go. As a souvenir, courtesy of the Dank Tank.
Courtesy cock pump for Mr. Walker.
Yeah. Christopher Walken is cock pump.
Wow, that was something, wasn't it? I didn't even know he was Shrek. I thought that was Chris Farley.
He died.
He died when he finished the movie.
I've only seen the Chris Farley version of Shrek.
Well, then you've never seen the entirety of Shrek. You've seen 2 scenes. You saw like 5 minutes of the movie.
No, there's an actual whole.
I know. No, there's 3/4 of a movie with Chris Farley.
You tried to get me, but I was in the train.
All right.
That was weird. Did he sound
Alright.
off to you?
You sound a little off.
He didn't really sound like Christopher Walken.
Macho Man came out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, Randy Savage came and made a cameo from the grave. And
I think he's just here now.
He also came back to correct his name. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
yeah, I felt like I caught something about that. I thought I heard something about that.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
You mean Bonesaw himself?
Bonesaw.
Well, you know, I love doing this show.
I love doing this show too.
It's gonna be our last episode. No, forever.
No,
No.
it'll at least be like 3 years before we come back.
Another hiatus.
We'll post another year from now. This episode.
This time it'll be 2 years.
It'll be 2.
All right.
Double it. Pass it on to the next person.
Pass it on to the next year.
Before we go, let's see if little baby Lou wants to say anything. Have you ever heard?
Okay, we're getting cat.
Our last special guest for the night. Extra bonus
I
special
know.
guest.
Louie, you want to say hi? You want to say hi to the audience?
Would you like to say anything? Any words?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Hang on, here, give it to me.
David's like, I know how to make
I know how to
cat
make-
talk. No.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey,
you know,
Good job. There you
He
go.
doesn't know yet.
Thank you, Louie, for talking to the mic.
Thank you for
And
traumatizing
with
my
that,
cat.
this will be the end of this episode of the Dank Tank with Randalorian, David Jones, Robbie Bobby, Clary Martini,
Larry Martin.
and
California.
California.
Welcome everybody. Click subscribe, hit that like button,
And have a
raise
good
Shadow Legends.
and Comment down below what is your non-sexual thing that turns you on.
And also comment down below. Shrek is love. Shrek is love.
Also,
All
comment
right.
down below
We'll see-
your
we'll see
Clash
you-
Royale name.
We'll see you guys next time on the Dank Tank.
Yeah.